I'm down again. But yeah, you look at Feel So Good, Brand Newbie in the first video. The motherfuckers got on some paisley shirts and they doing a couple of steps.
Yeah.
You
No,
know what I'm saying? And I did like two steps in smooth to myself with a fucking fake ass paisley shirt. So
I was too busy peeping that white mess jacket, yo.
well, the Met starter was just like that. That couldn't have been a statement more prominent for me than to come out like that because I'm such a prominent Met fan and everything. And I rep Queens. Like you said, I do love New York City, and I get attached to my borough, so I love Queens and everything. And the Mets was really something. Like the Mets was something special in the '80s, man. We went through fucking traumatic fucking periods through the 1970s and everything where we were so horrible and so bad. Like you said, you was a Mets fan. It was just like you had leprosy. So it's just like, oh man. So when they brought up my man Dr. K, Dwight Gooden, boy, at an early age at like 19, 20, whatever the fuck he was, and he lit the city up with him and Daryl Strawberry. Now you remember, you never see no black dudes on the Mets like that. You had your Tom Seaver, you had your Jerry Kuzman, you had your Dave Kingman, and all that shit. But they ain't never had no fucking black players that was like that. And
Nah,
that shit just changed everything. The
yeah,
whole hood went crazy, B. The
yeah.
whole hood went crazy. The White Gooden, Daryl Strawberry, Kevin Mitchell. Woo!
That's right. Kevin Mitchell was on there. That squad.
Kevin Mitchell was the most gangster of all of them.
Yeah.
Yo, you ever read the book The Bad Guys Won? You're
Nah.
gonna read about Kevin Mitchell, how he held Daryl Strawberry and fucking Dwight Gooden hostage in his house.
What?
Yes,
I gotta check it
held
out.
them hostage in the house. She was
Don't
like,
tell
"Y'all
me.
motherfuckers ain't gonna leave. I'm gonna fucking kill you."
Don't tell me. I'm gonna check that book out.
No,
Then
B,
that's. I had that.
it's,
Lenny Dykstra was a nut too. He was a
and
psychopath.
Lenny Dykstra, yo, he was a steroid nut. You know what I'm saying? He's a psychopath. Like
Still.
all those dudes was just wild as fuck. And then meanwhile, the whole time you have a dude like Keith Hernandez, who, let's be clear, he was a fucking playboy. That motherfucker. You see the T-shirt that I got that Keith Hernandez is smoking the stove in the dugout.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
He used to drink beers and smoke stoves in the dugout during the game. It'd be like the fourth inning, and this motherfucker's over there drinking beers and smoking stoves. You know what I'm saying? So, and they let him get away with it, but he was nice like that.
Right, right,
So
right.
he was the captain, and then he shared the duties with Gary Carter because Gary Carter got kind of upset. He was just like, "Yo, man, I should be the captain too." And then they had dual captains for the first time in New York City history, but they were very essential to each other because Gary Carter was like bringing that balance of uh, Christianity and home and like, hey man, this is the righteous thing to do and whatever. Keith was just like, yo man, I mean, I can't wait till this game is over so I can go drink this beer and go to the China Club and just go hang out. But I'm still gonna be ready tomorrow. I'll be ready tomorrow and I'll be ready to rock. So both of those guys were very important. And then you have to bring in the fact of Mookie Wilson. Mookie Wilson was a fan favorite. My grandmother, rest in peace. So her birthday was February 14th. My mother's birthday was I mean April 14th, and my mother's birthday is April 7th. So like this whole week has been a little bit different for me. You know what I'm saying? But my grandmother's favorite player, and as many individuals in their household, Mookie Wilson was a household favorite.
Oh wow.
Everybody loved Mookie, man. Mookie was the dude. And thank God it was Mookie that got that bullshit ass hit that ran down and went in between Bill Buckner's legs. And then he went and he ran the first and he made it there. And then we scored and that just changed everything. And that became a historic moment.
Yeah, that was the 86 shit was
Mhm.
wild, man. Um,
These
yo,
motherfuckers made songs before the season started. They
word.
made that whack ass joint, that Go Mets Go shit. That shit is trash, B.
Yeah, it's trash.
In the words of Tamal, that shit was trash, B.
I remember that shit. I remember
It
that
was
shit.
horrible.
But that's like you remember remember when the Bears did the Super Bowl shuffle.
Right, yeah. The Super Bowl shuffle.
Shit was retarded.
But at least they won. They won, and then they made that shit. The Mets didn't even play one fucking game, and they made that song before.
They spoke it into existence.
Yes.
He's speaking into existence.
Mama.
Yo. So we talked a little bit about the gentrification. You made a point about the 40 Deuce. You said you were
no. It's an ongoing thing. And it's always going to be consistent, and it's never going to stop. And it's always been here, but it just became more prevalent lately. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of these young hipster kids that they're feeling like going to Williamsburg is like going to Mecca.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's their pilgrimage. They go into Williamsburg. It's their Mecca.
But let me ask you a question. I'm gonna play devil's advocate with you because you brought up this point about, like you said, okay, 42nd Street is a little safer now. The whole area is a little safer or whatever, and it's families, kids, and stuff. I took my daughter there.
Yeah, it's Disney World now.
We're actually going there for a Broadway play for her birthday. So let me ask, so I've always looked at gentrification from two sides. Like, damn, it's fucked up. People getting pushed out of their neighborhoods. The whole culture's changing. But at the same time, let me just play devil's advocate. Like, sometimes, I mean, I don't know if it's gentrification. I like when neighborhoods get safer and it's not a fucking war zone to walk outside or something like that. And there is some shit to do. I do yoga, so I'm cool with a yoga spot. And I ain't gonna even front. I mean, so is there a balance? You're in the city. I mean, I've seen it happen in Philly too. It happens everywhere. But like, is there a balance though that can be struck to where you can make a neighborhood safer and have some nice things to do for families, where it doesn't completely push everybody out and lose the culture of the neighborhood?
I don't think you can. I mean, it's kind of like it's going to be this or it's going to be that. Like that in between area, like you might have that for like a couple of months or whatever, but it's just going to dissipate and it's not going to be there no more. And listen, I prefer that it's a safer place now and people come there and they spend their money and everything, even though it's fucking Disneyland and everything. But listen, good, because you know what? Get rid of it, because now I'm one of the only individuals that was able to experience it. So it just becomes something that's iconic for my generation, that be like, yeah, y'all go to 42nd Street, but you wasn't going to 42nd Street when we was going to 42nd Street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't claim that no more. You can't come over here and go to 42nd Street and be like, yo, I've been to 42nd Street, son. No, you can't.
It ain't the same. They got the car. They got the Mickey Mouse people.
You ain't never even seen it.
Right. They got the Mickey Mouse people walking around and shit. The fucking Iron Man, the Mexican Iron Man.
A Mexican Iron.
How you say Iron Man in Spanish, yo?
Hombre de. Shit. I forgot how you say iron. The hombre de metal. Anyway. But you know, it's a funny shit. But you know what? That's some real shit right there. Like, I know that I lived through it. You're never going to be able to experience it. You might see it in a movie. You might read it in it. Well, you ain't going to read it in no textbook. But you might see it in a movie or some shit like that. But I actually walked through it and did it. Nigga, I used to go from my crib, go to 42nd. It was a ritual. You went to 42nd Street first before you went to the club, because you went to 42nd Street first so you could take pictures on the Deuce. You took a pic on the Deuce, and then you went to the club that you was going to. One of the 3 clubs that you were going to go to that night, because you never stayed in one club all day. So I went to Roseland. I went to what's the one?
No, he's frozen. Fuck. We've been having trouble all day.
So
how about yeah, you there?
Yeah. I know. We hanging in there. We hanging in.
We hang.
Brothers gonna work it out.
You went to Roseland Ballroom, right?
Roseland, Northmore, and Latin Quarters all in the same night. Northmore would be the last one. That'd be the 4:00 in the AM spot. So when you walked in there, the whole shit smelled like dust. You know what I'm saying? Like dust smoke. You know how dust smells.
Damn.
So Roseland was big. So it was a pretty open area. So you couldn't get those kind of aromas. But niggas was doing shit. And then Latin Quarter was just like, hey man, be on guard because you might get fucked up in here tonight. So once you survive that, then you went to Northmore's, and Northmore's was just a dark, dirty, dust club. And it's just like niggas would stare back at you. It's just like you wasn't getting no bitches in Northmore, B.
What year? Around what year was this? Frame it for us.
Say like 86.
86. Yo, tell me a little bit about the Latin Quarter in hip hop circles is one of the most iconic spots. I mean, people, like it's rapped about. I mean, Paradise.
There's two different Latin Quarters. There's Latin Quarters when the black homies had it, and there's Latin Quarters when the Puerto Rican homies had it. So
okay.
I think Saturday night was for the Puerto Ricans and Friday night was for my black people.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure exactly, but we each had one night.
That's one night.
And I was good on both nights over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it was different. No, Roseland was the Puerto Rican headquarters. That's where you see ball busters running around and everything. CBS Can't Be Stopped, 135th and everything. And I even had my own chapter of ball busters back in the days. I had a Hollis Queens chapter, and we was over there in there, and it was it was our house. I actually one time we took a ladder and went got on the ladder and went to the marquee, and so it said Roseland on the marquee, and I took off the R, and it just said Oseland for Oscar. I did that shit with a ladder in the middle of the night, nigga. I wish I had somebody with a camera that day, but I did that shit. It said Oseland, but that was our home, and also 1018, which was the Roxy. Roxy was on 10th and 18th, and so 1018 became another place where you're talking about a club that was open 4 times a week. You know what I'm saying? And any night could be your night. Like, so they would take a curtain and block off half of it on the Wednesday night. Wednesday night was a hot night. Oh no! Oh, here we go. We back again. There we go. I think was it Little Louie? One of them dope ass DJs was DJing there on Wednesday nights, and that was the first place that I heard the Eric B and Rakim remix for Paid in Full.
At the Roxy.
Hello? You can hear me, Tamar?
Yeah. I can hear you, but you kind of. What up?
That Wednesday. You can hear me?
Yeah, but it's choppy. You said the Wednesday night at the Roxy. It was the first time you heard the Eric B.
Wednesday night at Roxy. So that's when it was called 1018. Was the first place that I heard Eric B and Rakim Paid in Full remix. So when that Indian shit came on, it was over, B. It was over. Everybody just lost their mind. We were like, what?
Yo. What frame it for me, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm younger than you. Like, I was still in the house then, you know what I'm saying, playing with my G.I. Joes. What other music, what other joints, like if you go back to Roxy or if you go back to Latin Quarter, like one night, just like what they play, what's being spun there?
I'll give it to you. So here we go. So you're gonna hear fucking ooh, ah, yeah, Voodoo Ray, dun 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 dunk, 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 dunk. So Voodoo Ray, you would hear that shit, and you hear the Paid in Full remix, and then you would hear Joyce Sims, All in All. Joyce Sims, All in All, always was rocking, man. You could not go wrong with bam, 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 ding, 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 ding,
Oh,
ding, 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 ding. That shit was crazy. And to say, I'm showing you the dance records. I ain't even showing you the hip hop records
yeah, yeah. Like, what about the hip hop?
because it didn't matter. Because the hip hop records was cool, but the dance records, yo, the girls just went berserk for that shit. So
Yeah,
it's just like, yo, man. So and also, see, I ain't really cover girls, sweet sensation, all that shit. Like, they're good and everything like that, but it wasn't something that really made me excited. But let a motherfucker throw on fucking man parish hip hop bebop. Hip hop
B.
bebop.
I think.
Don't
Oh
stop.
shit! Wow, taking it back, bro. You are 9 years older than me, so yeah.
And then whatever you think about the individual, whatever, then all of it. Hey, take it easy. Take it easy.
Play that mad line. Take it easy.
What's wrong with you? And then you drop in fucking Bambaataa looking for the fucking perfect beat, fucking Soul Sonic Force.
Missile.
And shit was a wrap. It was over then. It was done. And then and then go ahead, throw on the Fearless Four rocking it.
Oh shit. Yo, was there a lot of were the DJs cutting that all back then, or was it mostly the blend into the?
Nah, they didn't do that shit.
Right.
There wasn't a. They would slice it up a little bit, but not too much because you didn't want to fuck with the party like that.
Right. Thank you.
That was some show off shit. There was a certain venue for you to do that, but these places was just like you got to keep them dancing all night long, and they kept them dancing. So, like I said, looking for the perfect beat, come on, rocking it, come on, hip hop bebop, come on. It was just like, and a lot of these places took place in roller skating rings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they was all about roller skating, but there was like a little island in the middle, right? And so everybody who wasn't roller skating would hang out in the middle of the roller skating ring in that little island that was there. And we just be getting down over there, boy. Break dance battles up in that bitch. Yo, can you imagine walking into a spot? All right, so it's the 80s. It's 1984, 1985. Fucking beats is blasting. We are the pioneers of this great new musical revolution that's going on. And it's incredible. And it's ours. We know it's ours. But the fact that we know it's ours means that I'm going to go against this other motherfucker from another neighborhood that thinks he's better than me. Fuck that shit, nigga. We going for it. And then I'd walk in with a fierce look, just be like, let's battle.
Yo,
but it was for real. And then we just fucking throw down right there. Sometimes it end up in a fight. Sometimes you end up hugging it out or some shit. But it was just like, yo, B, there was no way that you was walking into a place like you coming to Queens, you coming to Roller Castle, you coming to I forgot the other spot that we
wasn't there a spot, United States of America? Wasn't that there?
USA. Yo, USA was a gangster spot. Mommy, please stop it, please. Look, say, Uncle Tamar, I'm sorry that I'm misbehaving.
What up? I know you miss your man. He give him 20 minutes. Half hour. Damn. Okay. All right.
Anyway, but so you go into USA, and USA was a fucking war zone, B. So because you had two gangs that were very prominent then. So you had CC Boys, and that's
CNC Boys
with the Corona crew, and but then you had Ball Busters. So they both was there, but we both got along So we just would dominate that shit. So a lot of people would want to venture and come to fucking United States of America, USA, and be like, yo, man, I want to go there. That's where the scene is at. And they didn't know what they was walking into. And unfortunately, it didn't work out too good for them.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't like we ain't murdered nobody. I don't think so. I'm not sure. But it was a danger zone. But listen, man, it was a danger zone for me to go to Latin quarters on certain nights. Like I told you, you had the Puerto Rican night and you had the black night. On the black night, when I went to Latin quarters, man, I threw my coin up in the air and hopefully it turned out heads. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because man, this shit could be a bad fucking day for me. You know what I'm saying? And then you go to Roseland on them certain nights, man. You don't want to run into us.
What was your favorite spot to go to?
Well, I always loved Roseland because it was like my home. I always felt comfortable there. Listen, they were letting in guys that were 15, 16 years old. I'd run up there and I guess I was like 19, and then I had like four dudes with me that was like 16.
Yo. Damn, we're getting fucked up with this. We are trying. Yo.
And shit. We used to run up in there and we'd have to be a little extra aggressive because we were very diminutive and we weren't that big and we weren't those type of guys. Like, we didn't have stats like that. I wasn't no big drug dealer back then and everything. I was a hand to hand hustler on the street. You know what I'm saying? And then I brought my hand to hand hustlers with me. And luckily I used to get them in. Pete, I used to roll up into the front of the spot and they knew me. This is before I made one record. So you're talking 1986.
Right.
I'm in there and we got respect and we used to fucking get right in and there'd be like six of us. And none of us was over 21 years old. None of us. And we was just in there skinny as fuck. Just be like, well, we gonna have to act extra tonight in order to survive. All right. Yo, how fucked up is that you go into a club to survive, not to have fun?
Yeah, that's not the way you want it to be.
It was not a good thing. But it was memorable, I can tell you that. But when I did finally come out with my music in 1989, like Roseland was my headquarters, so I did like 10 shows there.
Oh wow!
Like and like so, artists like KRS-One, D Nice, Biz Markie, they used to be like, "Yo, Paro, can you open up for us at Roseland so they can see like, hey man, we cool with the Puerto Ricans."
Shit. Yo, where was Roseland? Where just so I can frame.
Roseland was on 53rd and 7th Avenue, I believe.
Okay, gotcha.
But now it's like some apartment building or something like that. But it's an iconic spot, man. Like even later on in life, I used to go to Roseland, and I went to go see Rage Against the Machine there. I'd go see my boys Cypress Hill, peace to my man Muggs. I used to go see Cypress Hill there. I used to see Rage Against the Machine there. I used to see Alice in Chains there. You know what I'm saying? And then I was fortunate enough to have the luxury of being on a guest list. So they had a regular stage in Roseland, and then they made a fake stage on the dance floor because it was more accessible to more people. So the stage actually became the VIP area. And I used to hang out there all the time and be getting fucked up over there, man, just chilling and just be like, yo, we didn't even really know how good we had it, man. You know how much fun that was? Like, yo, oh, Alice in Chains is in town tonight. Okay, cool, man. I'm gonna go over there, whatever, and we're gonna chill on the side stage and smoke weed and drink free beer all fucking night long. And it was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, girls and fucking shit and everything, and it was just like, but that shit would just go on, like especially during that early '90s time when that grunge era appeared, and then you had Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Stone Temple Pilots, all of those guys, like they all would run through there all the time. And we always had carte blanche, always over there all the time. Like we'd be chilling there. Like, yo, it was so dope. It'd be like, there'd be like some little white girl that I'd meet one day in the record business, and I'd be like, hey man, you wanna go to this show? Really? You can get into that? And I was like, yeah, I could get it. And then, it'll be a miracle moment, and fucking, you're a Puerto Rican dude growing up, and you deal with so much racism, and everybody's like against you. You feel like the whole world is against you at some point. Even in my black neighborhood. So I grew up in a black neighborhood, a fucking white school system, Puerto Rican household. So I was, I had to go through a lot of things that that were adverse to my existence. So when you got that opportunity to flex, and I was able to flex with this little white shorty and shit, that fucking all I used to do is watch like Wonder Woman, the Bionic Woman, fucking
J.D. Summers,
Charlie's Angels,
God.
Dynasty, Falcon Crest.
Falcon, this nigga said Falcon Crest.
Yeah. And, you watch that shit and be like, man, I wish I could get one of those, man. That would be fucking awesome if I can get one of those.
Yo,
can I get me?
When what's her name? When what's her name did the spin? In Wonder Woman when she would do the swirl.
Linda Carter, and she Mexican, by the way. She's Mexican.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
But
Jamie Summers doing it. Yo, yeah, that was the shit.
I wanted one of those so bad, man. And so I had to start out slow in the beginning. So like I got one, but I was like the C-list one. Like, like maybe somebody that was on PBS. Puma, stop it. Maybe somebody that was on PBS. I didn't make it to ABC or NBC yet.
Channel to the network joint yet.
I ain't make it to ABC or NBC yet. But man, when I got to that ABC, NBC fucking game, I was just like, man, I really did it. I really made it. I really did it. I really did it. Like, yo, like this is a dude that I see other guys saying that I want to make her my wife. And I'm just like, no, this is it. That's entertainment.
Oh, shit. You wildin'. Man. Yo, well, before we get into this, because this is what I'm about to get into is kind of important, but I have a question. You sound like you're never going to leave New York.
No, I actually really want to, but I don't want to in the sense that I'm gonna leave forever. I want to be able to have like dual citizenship. So like my real goal right now is just like.
Your real goal? Go ahead. Damn. Yo. Your real goal? Fucking internet. Power. God damn it. Yo.
Hello, can you hear me?
Your real goal.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, your real goal.
All right. Power. So my real goal, I achieved it already. So there's another goal, and my other goal is to be able to. I'm very enamored with like living a country life and like having like farm animals and shit. Farm animals, and like my dog running around and having cows, ducks, and fucking sheep and shit like that, and just fucking chilling out, and no internet, and just being removed from all this shit, but being able to have the ability to jump back into it.
Yeah.
When I want to. So I like that because there's a lot of pressure and stress that comes with this fucking with the internet shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know it. You know it. And but I respect it and I understand it, but I don't always want to be involved with it. And I feel like it's always attracted me to come and be involved with it and that I have to interact with it, which I don't really want to most of the time.
Right.
Like, I'd be very happy if I could just be on the internet, Instagram, whatever, maybe 2 days a week, 2 days a week. That would be okay. That would be enough. That'd be like me going out for drinks. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I'm gonna be on the internet today. All right, cool, man. That's fucking great. You know, but the rest of the time I'd rather do something else. So I'm setting it up right now where I'm gonna be living in a more rural area, country life, and then and it's just gonna be more peaceful for me, and then I could jump back into this shit whenever I want to.
No, it's good, man. I salute. Hats off to you. I'm right there with you. I love living that type of life. I've lived it before, and it's just it calms you down. It's peaceful. Seeing the stars, smelling the air. It's different, yo. It's different.
Wonderful, man.
It's different, and it's cool to be. And there's places. Most places in the country are rural, bro. Like once you step out of the city, in a lot of places.
Oh no, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. But yo, the whole shit is that, dude. I think I've lived enough fucking city life already that I could use something else.
I feel you.
You know, how much fucking garbage do I gotta walk through, and how many fucking needles and crack vials do I gotta fucking parade through until I get to a place where, hey man, the grass is green and the skies is blue. Hello, how you doing?
right. No, facts, yo. Facts. Yo, real quick before we get into this last topic here, which is very important, did I see on the page that you got a building somewhere or something, or community spot you're trying to develop or something like that? Or?
No, so I mean, I live in one of them neighborhoods that is still preserved as a real neighborhood. So when we talked about gentrification and all that and everything, and neighborhoods losing their identity, I happen to live in a neighborhood that is still consistent and stays with its identity. Like gentrification tries to come in, but a lot of the people here don't want to sell their houses. So there's a lot of Greek Americans, a lot of Italian Americans, Puerto Ricans and stuff like that, but they don't want to move, so they stay in here. You know, we're very adjacent right to the city. So Astoria is just fucking 2 stops away from being in Midtown Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? You got the 59th Street Bridge right there. So, you know, a lot of people stay here. So we keep the identity. Like this is one of the only neighborhoods in New York City where you just don't see all 22-year-old white boys or white girls. Like you got Muslims here. You got Greek Americans here. You got Italian Americans here. You got Puerto Ricans here. You know what I'm saying? You know, the restaurants reflect the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So you hear 5 different languages when you walk down the street. You just don't hear like, oh my God, I can't all that bullshit. Yeah. Yo, I don't even know how New York City motherfuckers even, like, when I hear the dialect, even on the train sometimes, I'm just like, I'm shocked and amazed. And it's just like, are we really going to tolerate this shit? That somebody's going to...
Yeah. Fucking Christ, man. This internet is some
bull. Out of your fucking mind? That you're going to talk like that with that dialect and then say that, well, I'm from Brooklyn.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Right. No, you're not, man. You know, it's like living in like Bizarro world. You know, like that Superman Bizarro and other Bizarro world that they go through. I'm living in a Bizarro world right now that I don't even fucking recognize.
Well, because you saw it before too, so I mean, you've been there, you've seen the change. So yeah. For you, it's got
but it's not like I'm trying to act like I'm so cool that I was there before, man. Fuck you, suck this dick, and fucking and I'm the real New York City. Nah, listen, I like everybody, and I want everybody to enjoy themselves and have a good time and everything, but you have to kind of keep some sort of continuity with what the actual structure, how it was built.
Right.
And you got to respect that. But there's no respect for it no more. There ain't no respect. They could care less, man. You tell them about the 70s, you tell them about the 80s, you even tell them about the 90s. We talking about individuals that was born in 2020.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, B, you missed 9/11 and all that shit.
All that shit. Yeah.
You missed the whole shit. You missed the AIDS epidemic. You missed the crack epidemic. You missed the fucking garbage strikes. You missed Gerald Ford fucking telling fuck New York, we ain't giving you no money. Yo, you missed all of that shit. You missed the blackout in 77. You missed all that shit. And I lived through all of it. So it's just like, I got a different outlook on shit. And I have a certain affinity for my city. I'm talking about Summer of Sam days, B.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, B, you go outside, man, you might die tonight. Somebody might fucking rip your head off, kill you, shoot you in your car. Stop in the alley, because you might get shot if you make out in the back alley.
Yeah, that's different. Yo, one thing
it was a wild time.
One thing I want to get into before I do have another show soon, but this is very important to me.
No, go ahead, B.
So I grew up in Connecticut with blacks, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Jamaicans, whatever, and just being in the tri-state area, Jersey, New York, whatever, even Philly, just grow. And it was peace. Like it was like, and it was like people didn't like a Spanish friends. It was like, yo, even my Spanish friends were like, yo, that's just Spanish nigga or whatever. Like it was like we all would. It was just love, yo. Me and all my friends, my black friends had like a rudimentary understanding of Spanish. You know what I mean? Because we had to. Like my daughters have Puerto Rican. Like, you know what I'm saying? So for me. But the past few years really been driven on the internet. I've seen this divide, bro, like really between blacks and Puerto Ricans. It was always there on the West Coast with the Mexicans. That's different shit out there. But I've seen this. You good?
No, I got you. Go ahead.
So I'm just saying, like, but out here, I never saw that until like maybe the past 4 or 5 years. Guests in hip hop type shit,
like
and all this
shit.
And so, I just see the divide. Yo, this is pissing me off. Yo. Fuck. We're gonna have to do this again. This shit pissing me off. Bauer. Yo. Fuck.
You can hear me?
Yeah, man. This is
crazy. So what's the vibe you seeing? What are you observing?
I'm seeing in the past 5 years like a lot of like beef between blacks and Puerto Ricans online. I mean, and I'm hearing the guests in hip hop and like Latino, like this weird wild shit that I never saw on both sides. Blacks always doing this, the Puerto Ricans, and I'm like, what the fuck? And this is in like our area of New York, Jersey, Connecticut, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Mm-hmm. And you brought up something though about going, to the club, Puerto Rican night, Black night, and stuff like that. So, just what's your take on that vibe, yo? Because to me, we was all family growing up, and I at least again, I'm from Connecticut though, so I'm not from New York, but it was like we got a ton of Puerto Ricans out. I mean, it was like my friends were all different, yo. Like, and it was just that's what I don't know. So I'm just trying to get some clarity on like what the vibe is like now, because it seems like it's been funky the past few years.
I mean, listen, man, I got a picture online that you see me with my whole crew called the El Producto crew, everybody black. I'm the only Puerto Rican nigga in the whole fucking picture. You know what I'm saying? And I am still in contact with all of those individuals today. Those are my brothers growing up. So I don't understand that. And also, like I said, black neighborhood, Puerto Rican house, white school system. I still have friends in all of those communities. And I don't when I see the division that people try to create between our nationalities, I mean, it don't even make no sense to me. It's just like, it wasn't even an issue growing up. You know what I'm saying? You used to grow up and everything and be like, yeah, the PRs is cool. Yo, the blacks is cool, whatever. Yo, I like this. I like them white boys. They cool. We all rock together. There was no division at all. Like that whole fucking thing, that started later on. Because like, listen, yes, did was there a certain amount of racism in the 60s and 70s? Of course there was. But at the end of the day, I sat down at the table. I went to more fucking bar mitzvahs than more fucking Jewish motherfuckers went to in their whole fucking life. All right? I was at bar mitzvahs. I was at bat mitzvahs. All that shit growing up. They loved me. I used to be in their homes. And this is before. I ain't even gonna say this because people are gonna take this like a weird way. But anyway, I was there when they were struggling, and we were struggling, and we were all struggling together. The blacks, the Puerto Ricans, the Irish, the Jews, the Italians, we all were struggling together. We all were just trying to make it out here. And we connected together and we shared each other's cultures together. So I know a lot about Italian culture. I know a lot about Irish culture. I know a lot about Jewish culture. You know what I'm saying? So we were all just together. And you know what, the one thing that just put us all together? So this is before hip hop, remember there was rap music before it was called hip hop. So, it was rap music, it was DJing, it was breakdancing and all that shit like that. So that was just cool. But the one thing that united all of our cultures together was rock and roll. I gotta say it, man. It was rock and roll, man. Yo, you could not be, there's nowhere you could go and be like, hey, man, Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin is dope. It's just like, yeah, I really like that one. You ain't have to like anymore. They'd be like, yo, AC/DC, that Back in Black, that shit is dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm gonna go for that. Bam, 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 bam. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, it united you and you put them all together. And then, throw a little beer in there. You go to a keg party in a baseball field. I was that dude. I went to keg parties. I'm the dude that went to a keg party in a baseball field, taking mescaline, tripping, and then also the dude that was on the back of the bus listening to the Fearless Four through a boombox, smoking a blunt.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
I did all that shit, man. Yo, I lived a great life, man. What a spectacular world that I was afforded the ability to live in. That world that, you can go back and forth between those worlds. And, and then being in my living room, watching my family, my cousins, my aunts, and everything, being like, hey, man, tonight's Wednesday night at this disco spot, and we gotta practice our dance moves tonight. And they over there practicing the hustle in the living room. You know what I'm saying? Listening to the Saturday Night Fever album. And just like, yo, you just watching this shit, B. It's so beautiful to watch all of that. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's
Then
dope.
throw all the cinema in and everything else, and and the television and all that shit. So it was a great time to grow up, man, because you were exposed to a lot of different cultures, and there really wasn't like for me, I never felt like, you know, I mean, yes, of course, they'd be like, yo, fuck you, you switchblade carrying, fucking hubcap stealing Puerto Rican. They would say shit like that. But then I'd have dudes that, be like, invite me over their house for dinner and shit like that. So, it was all cool, man. It's just you just take it as it comes and shit like that.
Yeah.
Now people are way too serious about everything. Like, I used to just brush shit off before.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. I think people are just everyone's quick to be so offended and so pissed off by words. And I always say I come from the Archie Bunker, George Jefferson, Al Bundy era. Like, it's just what it was, man. You had to have thick skin. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, it was good for you because it tested your will, and you had to sit there and be like, well, can I take this without getting like super offended and shit like that, and can I move on from it? Yeah, I was able to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel great all the time, man.
Of course.
That shit hurt my feelings plenty of times. But at the end of the day, I was just like, whatever. I guess that's just, hey, listen, we the kids that used to play on the street, and then the only time we came home was when the street light came on, and it was about to get dark. Then you go home. Then now motherfuckers don't even go out the house.
Right. Nobody. Basketball courts is empty.
I'd fucking fall on the street. Yo, dude, I had so many fucking scabs on my arms and knees growing up because I fucking fell on the street and ripped my shit up on the fucking pavement.
Your doggy. Well, she really misses you. You got 2 minutes, Puma. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I promise.
Are you gonna be okay, baby?
3 minutes. You got it, I'm telling you. Damn. She in love.
She just want to go outside, bro. This dog is a perfect reflection of myself. Let me tell you something about this dog, and I'm gonna keep it real brief. This dog is exactly like me. She has nightmares and bad dreams all the time. She always wants to be outside and never wants to come inside. She'll never want to come home, man. Never. Like, I could take this dog out for fucking 2 hours walking around, but she still want to stand on the corner.
She's on the block.
She still want to stand on the corner, bro. Like, she want to go into every bodega, grocery, deli, everything, be in there. Yo, where my treat at? Where my treat at? And then fucking stand outside and just profile. And she's amazing like that, But it's awesome, man. And it's wonderful because it gives you a sense of responsibility. Because I could get very lost in just having a pity party for myself and shit like that. But I gotta wake up and this dog has to be walked 3 times a day. Yeah. This dog needs to be fed. This dog needs attention. This dog needs love. This dog needs to play around and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta show up, man. You gotta show up. I can't just check out, B. I ain't got there's no way for me to check out no more. I got her now. So that's it.
Good. Yo, real quick before we get out.
It helps me.
Before we get out of here, this real quick update. What you got? Anything you got going on? You want to let the people know about? Like, as far as
man. I just I was in the studio earlier today.
Oh yeah, you hit me up. Yep.
Yeah, and I did a song as me, Black Poet, and Mike Mountain.
Oh, okay.
So it's produced by my man VIC. So I got a whole EP coming out with Almighty VIC, and it's for hip hop purists. It's gonna be something that they really gonna enjoy.
Oh, dope.
It's gonna be good, and and it's gonna make me happy. And what I'll send you the song
Please do.
I'll send you the song. It ain't even mixed yet, but you know,
okay.
listen, man. When you're a real hip hop dude, you don't care if it's mixed yet. You just want to send it to somebody anyway.
Yeah, I've never
wanna
cared
hear
about
them.
mixes.
They say, yo, what you think about this, son?
I never. You stupid. I've never cared about mixes. I just because if it's
Yo,
dope,
hold on a second. Let me ask you something. I want to ask you a question now.
what up?
Who's your favorite house rapper ever? Is it Doug Lazy?
Doug Lazy.
Is it Doug Lazy or is it CNC Music Factory?
It might be. It could be. It might be. Yo, I mean, it could be.
What was who's the one that did the joint over boom 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 don 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 the Jesus Christ. You might find yourself in the
KC Flight dude.
KC Flight. So you like KC Flight or Doug Lazy?
I like Queen Latifah. Don't come into my house. How about that one?
That was pretty good.
And then I mean even I clown him all the time because he always gives me a hard time. I clown Craig G because he got the
even Math Ace had one too, right?
Everybody did. I mean, it was
I had one on my demo, but I never put it out.
See?
It was called Powerhouse.
Oh shit! Yeah, you still got it?
I don't even know. I think Bobito Garcia got it. I don't even got that shit.
I would love to hear that.
That shit was called Powerhouse.
I would love to hear that.
I didn't even fucking. I actually fucking like. There was a part of the song. I said I wanted to go do. So I did it with my mouth. Pause. I did it with my mouth, and we sampled it and ran it through a filter to act like it was an instrument. It's so bad, bro.
Yeah, I mean there was some forgettable joints back then. There was some good joints too. I mean, Twin Hype. I mean, of course, the Jungle Brothers.
No, wait a minute. Now, let's be clear. That Twin Hype shit was dance shit. It wasn't really house, but it was dance. Hollywood was a motherfucker. That motherfucker. What
about King's Son?
On the club tip. That's another Hollywood joint.
Yeah.
That's another Hollywood joint.
I
Hollywood was crazy with this shit, B.
Yeah.
Yo, Hollywood is one of the best producers ever, bro. Yo, let me tell you something, man. When I heard that first Twin Hype record, Do It to the Crowd. Yo, how mean was that shit? That shit was mean as fuck. That shit is mean as fuck. Puma, what you think?
Puma said we got to get out of here. We do have to get out of here because I got a show in 3 minutes. So I want to thank you, man. Thank you for being tolerant, patient, putting up with the technical bullshit.
No doubt, bro.
You know what I'm saying? We'll get this chopped up and get this on our YouTube channel. Get a clip.
Yeah. Figure out a good spot and everything, and then we share it and we'll keep it rocking.
You know how we do. So keep me in tune with the music and everything, man. Be well. Stay safe out there. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing, brother.
No doubt. I want to just say a shout out to my man, my manager, Sharif Got Profit, and peace to my man, Bobito Ross, who always holds me down and keeps me with the fucking drippy.
Big up with the Bobito Ross. I'm working on something with him right now. So
yeah, there's it. You know, we dripped up everything.
He be hitting my son off with the like Africano Boricua shits and stuff. So my grandson.
We know you be eating pastelas.
Oh, yo, listen, man. I told you my daughter's half Puerto Rican, so I used to rice and beans every day when I went over there, man. I mean, so I know, like, I mean, it's all love, man. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be love, man. That's just,
No doubt, son, man. Hey, you know what? We blessed, man, that we got this avenue that we can share stories and music and all that together, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. So let's appreciate it and let's really respect it.
Absolutely, brother. I appreciate you very much. Very much. This has been episode 173. Prince Power Rule. Queens get the money. And we got a show in 2 minutes. We chopping it up with Save the Hip Hop Culture. We breaking down Wu-Tang MCs category by category. Gonna nerd out. So rock with us in a little bit. Fam, I will tag you in the promo when we do this. You be well. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, sir.
All right, family. Peace.